Hey, before we begin, I have to say something. Who the hell does this guy think he is? This random ass fodder shinobi telling Sasuke what to do. Hey man, let's just call this guy Fodder Ninja number 4. Let's break down all the fodder leaf shinobis that have gotten bodied so far. So Fodder Ninja number 1, he got his ass whooped by Jigen. Fodder Ninja number 2 got destroyed by Ishiki after throwing some random ass shuriken. Fodder Ninja number 3 got his ass whooped by Kashin Koji. And Fodder Ninja number 4, this motherfucker right here trying to tell Sasuke what to do. Like, sit your ass down. I just had to say that because it rubbed me in the wrong way. You're a nobody. No one knows who you are. You're a random ass shinobi. You are fodder as hell. I'm hoping Code bodies your shit, man. Nah, I'm just joking. But I do want to say, for Boruto chapter 61, this chapter definitely was interesting with the build-up and what actually happens at the end of the chapter. And there are definitely some important points that I do want to talk about. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. So to begin with this chapter, I do want to talk about Sasuke and the shinobis watching over Code's claw marks. We do know that as of last chapter, Boruto chapter 60, Code has left some claw marks around the village. 4 to be exact, outside the borders of the Hidden Leaf Village. And with these claw marks, we know that Code is capable of teleporting among these claw marks, just like how flying Raijin works. And right now, Sasuke and some of the Leaf Shinobi, they're trying to watch over these claw marks just in case Code indeed comes through. Now I do want to say, now that Sasuke is back, I really want to know what Sasuke's up to and what he's actually thinking. Right now, I definitely do know that he's trying to suspect what is Code trying to do, because Code, we do know that at the end of this chapter, he does make an appearance. But I do want to say that Sasuke, I have a feeling that he's going to try to confront Code whenever that happens next Boruto chapter. And that's going to be huge, man, because Sasuke, now that he's back, he's going to play a very big role. So let's actually jump to the beginning of the chapter where we see Inojin, Shikadai, Boruto, and Kawaki talking while Boruto's opening some ninja card packs. And while all of this is happening, Boruto does notice that they're being watched. Of course, the ninjas that are watching them are from the Yamanaka clan sensory system, and we know how the Yamanaka clan sensory system works, as we've seen in the past couple of arcs where we've seen the likes of Jigen, Delta, Ishiki all invade the Leaf Village. And Inojin does explain that the Yamanaka clan sensory system will not miss any movement inside of Konoha unless you have the ability to erase your chakra signature, which Kawaki indeed does note in the very next page, which Kawaki actually does later in the chapter. So let's talk about that. So as the Uzumaki family is watching TV, Boruto's playing video games, Himawari is sleeping, Kawaki uses this excuse to throw out some newspapers so he can actually leave the house. So what he actually does is that after he leaves the newspapers outside the house, he goes into a bush, and this is where he actually does a shadow clone jutsu, leaving a shadow clone behind to walk back into the house. And this is where he actually erases his chakra presence, his chakra signature, so he won't be detected by the Yamanaka clan sensory system, as he knows that there are other shinobis watching over him. Inojin did mention that the Yamanaka clan sensory system can sense anyone inside the village as long as they don't erase the chakra presence, which is what Kawaki did right here. He erases his chakra presence so nobody can detect who he is, and the only person that can detect that Kawaki had erased his chakra presence is Boruto, due to the fact that they're both Otsutsuki. They're both 80% Otsutsukification, and Kawaki even says that Boruto is sensing him due to something like wavelength patterns. Now I'm not a scientist and I don't really know physics, but we do know that Boruto and Kawaki's karma, they did resonate at one point when Kawaki had the karma seal. We did see in the Boro fight when Kawaki touched Boruto, Boruto's Rasengan was amplified, so it does make sense why Boruto was able to detect Kawaki due to them having some sort of connection among the karma seal. And now that they're both 80% Otsutsuki, they can definitely sense each other at this point. And when it comes to Kawaki erasing his presence, and even Ida backs this up, where she, Code, and Damon are all outside the Leaf Village.
She's so fine, she done pissing me off! How are you that fine?
And she even says it's a trick that comes naturally with all Otsutsuki, which explains why back when Naruto and Sasuke were fighting Jigen, Naruto couldn't sense Jigen at all. I know that was a huge complaint when Naruto was fighting Jigen. It explains why Kawaki was able to escape the village. Kawaki is now leaving the village and we don't know his true intentions. I know some people are complaining, oh, Kawaki is a Sasuke 2.0 right now, but we don't really know what Kawaki is trying to do right now. I've seen some theories. I'm going to make a video later this week explaining what Kawaki might be trying to do. Maybe he's trying to meet up with Code, maybe he's trying to do something completely different. We don't know Kawaki's true intentions. I imagine next Boruto chapter we're going to find out what's going on, and I imagine that Boruto and Sasuke are going to head after Kawaki. The only person that knows that Kawaki had left the village is Boruto and Ida told Code about this too, so Code is also heading toward where Kawaki is. So now we're going to see in Boruto chapter 62, Kawaki, Code, Boruto, and possibly Sasuke come and confront each other. I think that's what's gonna happen next Boruto chapter, and we don't really know Kawaki's motivations or intentions of leaving the village. So right now I'm wondering what Kawaki is trying to do. I do imagine that Sasuke will try to fight Code next chapter. I think that's gonna be a crazy battle when Sasuke comes, because I already know that Sasuke is susceptible of Code invading the village at some point. The fact that he's around the village, I know that Sasuke is trying to take down Code. I have a feeling that it's gonna happen eventually, where we're gonna get Sasuke versus Code and Boruto trying to confront Kawaki on why he is trying to leave the Leaf Village. And I do want to mention, in the middle of the chapter where Amato and Shikamaru are having a conversation, Amato does mention that Kawaki's love for Naruto isn't just a simple father-son relationship. It's more than that. It's more like madness. I know some people may be saying, yo, how is this possible? How this come to be? Kawaki more or less looks at Naruto like a father figure instead of anything, but we know that as in Boruto chapter 53, when Ishiki was trying to give Kawaki the Karma Seal, Kawaki did say that he would rather be dead in a world where Naruto wasn't living. I do want to say that Kawaki's love for Naruto, it's more than just a father-son relationship. It's more than that. It's more like how Code worships Ishiki, more in that way. And I do want to say that maybe the reason why Kawaki left the village is for Naruto. We don't really know his intentions, like I said, so maybe it's going to be something else, but I do think it's out of the love and care for Naruto. Now, I do want to say that with this Boruto chapter, I'm glad that they are starting to turn things up, because I'm not gonna lie, last couple of Boruto chapters, it's been kind of a slow grind to get through. I do want to say that the last couple of Boruto chapters weren't bad at all. I do think some people were over-exaggerating, acting like nothing happened, but it was important for Kawaki's character. I know some people may not care for his character, but he is the other main character of the Boruto series, and it does lead up to that first episode. There's a reason why all of this is happening in the first place, and I'm expecting in Boruto chapter 62 where something huge happens, where we see a huge battle between maybe Code versus Sasuke, so Boruto confronting Kawaki. I imagine Boruto does what Kawaki does by erasing his chakra signature. It's going to be the same thing here with Boruto, where we're going to see Boruto confront Kawaki and what's going to happen. I'm hoping it's a little bit different and not just some Naruto and Sasuke shit, because that's what we've seen about 15 years ago. I don't want to see the same thing, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be a little bit different in the circumstances, since we really don't know Kawaki's true intentions or motivations on what he's trying to do. But let me know what you think about this Boruto chapter in the comment section below. How do you guys feel about Kawaki leaving the village? And tell me, what do you think are his motivations on why he left the village? What do you think Kawaki is trying to plot right now? Let me know what you think about this chapter in the comment section below, and what are your predictions for Boruto chapter 62. So if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell as well, and have a good day. Peace.